I got the new gimbal because I broke that one yesterday, right? We're just at the coffee shop here. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So it's supposed to link to your phone, this one, to do like auto tracking stuff, but it didn't want to connect. Always a little bit late there. Okay, but I'm here. I'm here. The new gimbal's nice. It's a nice little upgrade, but like I said, it's not connected today, which is a bummer because I was used to auto tracking. So we'll have to see if I can get it fixed. Sorry about that. Let's see. Let's get this out. Move it up. Let's see if we can get it to be straight. You know how it is. Live streaming, buddy. Live streaming. I'm just going to set this down for a minute. Before we get started, we're going to the Capitol today. And, well, I'm excited. I'm excited here. How you doing, Sean? How you doing? Let's see if I can get this to connect. I don't think so. I think now that we're on, and then that's that. Let's see. See if it grabs it. No, we're not connected here. All right. Well, live and learn, huh? Live and learn. It's okay. We're balanced for now. How's it going? How's it going? We're downtown by the train tracks. This is where the main commuter train is, but it's not open today. So let's take a look. There we go. So you know. All right. Okay, so let's see here. In just a moment. All right, so the Capitol's not too far from here. It's just up the road, and it's pretty relaxed on these days, on Sundays. So you didn't know if we were going to end up going live today or not? Oh, sorry, Sean. Yeah, no, that's my fault. It just took me a while to get up and running. Always trying to push it right to the last minute, and I was a little bit late. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I'll just go ahead and go live. And nope, things were going wrong. My mic was dead, and I thought I charged it. I grabbed the wrong mic. I have 3 mics, but no big deal. You know, we're here now. And I just bought this thing yesterday, so it's been good. So we're going to go up through here, through the avenues, and get us some walking in, get us some jump rope in. So, and I found out a way to put this on like a tripod. So I'm looking forward to it. For those of you who don't know, my name is Ricky. Obviously, it's in the title there. We do live streams, jump rope, and retro. We do retro workouts. So tomorrow is Taibo again. We got Taibo going. And the whole schedule's there. You'll see some things update, like some thumbnails, but that schedule's kind of locked in. So, especially, Sean, if you see that there, we should be going live. Pushing the live stream back like a half hour to like 7:30 Mountain Standard Time. So, are you good at geography? Heisenberg. Not really. I'm waiting for the punchline on that one. Welcome back, by the way. Nice to see you again. We're going up the hill. It's a little bit of a walk, but not too far. I'd say a mile up the road. And we've been there a few times. Working on the Slim Fast. I just finished the Slim Fast challenge, which I'm pretty excited about because during that time I lost a total of 4.6 pounds over the course of a week, which is pretty sick. Pretty good. All right, we're just heading up the road here. So Sean says, better late than never, homie. It's good to see you. Good to see you too. You ready for Taibo tomorrow? I am. I'm ready for Taibo. I like those routines. And they kind of give you a little bit of like it made my muscles sore, which is like, oh, muscle growth in the back and the arms. So I'm excited. We need some more muscle growth. Okay, here we go. We're over by West High, which is, if you were here last stream, people were talking, I think it was, what was Double OG was asking about, like, oh, where's all the gangs and stuff? And we talked about, like, a kid, like, there's gangs here. Like a kid who went to the high school and he got shot. He didn't say anything until he got home. So it's kind of dangerous. This is where that's at. So this is where that high school is. It's like the rough high school of Salt Lake. Just FYI. Yeah. So, you know, be on your best behavior, mind your P's and Q's. Let me see here. Do a clap, Unc. A clap? I got one hand. Can't do that. Unless you're asking for something like the Lamar Jackson edit. Everyone always asks for that. Are gangsters black? Bro, I don't know. Dude. That's a weird thing to ask. But I get it. I get where you're coming from, but what are you trying to do? Get me canceled here? Come on, man. Come on. Okay. I'm gonna show you some cool things too on the way. There's this place here that we have, this local, that we have a thing called a pastrami burger. It's a burger with pastrami on it. It's delicious. It's like a Utah classic. Now the pastrami burger actually came from California, but it's been made popular here, specifically by 3 franchises. There's Crown Burger, Apollo Burger, and Astro Burger. However, you know, there's a few local places that do it, and my local place is just up the road here. It's called California Deli, you know, ironically, and they have the best. They have the best burgers, best prices. They've been gone for a while too, so they just came back. Here, I'll zoom in on it real quick. Down there, so good, so good. If you're tuning in new, even if you're not new, I always like to know where you're coming in from. Let me know in the comments, you know, where you're tuning in from, what time it is. Here it is 9:26. 9:26. So we're here a little early. No problems there. We're up a little early is what I mean. And we're getting our steps in. Uzbekistan. Okay, cool, cool. Double tap the stream with my tip. Oh, you got me, Finn. You know what? I'll allow it. This one time. GG's. GG's. It took me a minute while I was reading it. You got me. Okay, we're gonna go through up this hill. It is the worst hill. I always get winded. So someone's gonna say, hey, you're out of shape. How come you're like gasping for air? 1, you're right. 2, it's hard. See, let me show you where we're going. All the way up there. All the way up there. Okay, we gotta wait though. I missed the turn. So, give me just a second here. This is a real cool place though. They have a track out here that you can run. I ran it for some of my shorts. It's pretty nice. And it's open to the public for walking and stuff and running. So I recommend if you have some free time, you come down here because it's free, but you know me, I like free things. So let me see. Oh man, let's see if we can get this straightened out. I'm gonna try to straighten this out here. If I could get this to work, oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, it's a good walk. It's not too far, Sean. We're just, wait. All right, wait, it says. We're just moving up there. The only thing I don't like going up here is like there's like nothing, like no stores up there. So it's hard. Where do I live? Black VR, I live in Salt Lake City, Utah. So we're going up to the Utah State Capitol. That's in the northwest America, northwest of America. So there's a lot of mountains here. In fact, in Salt Lake City, we are in between 2 mountains. So there's a valley, and the space is getting crowded, and you can't really expand out. So it's getting crazy expensive. You might hear stories about like, oh, Utah home prices just keep on going up and up and up. Yes, you know, like lots of house prices go up because of the bubble, but there's also like physical space you can't actually use. You used to play Pokemon. You used to play Pokemon while you're walking. Pokemon Go. Heck yeah, that's actually, I was actually thinking about that the other day. Like that would be a good workout. I'm not personally into Pokemon anymore, or like walking to get it. But whatever gets you out to be active, y'all should do it. Black VR, where are you coming in from? Where are you at? All right, so if you take a look, I'll show you. There's downtown where we go and the mall and stuff. The mall is actually over by those big buildings, and we've walked there before, but not today. We'll see it. Oh, a few things. So I got a new gimbal. I need to activate it again. I used it yesterday, right before stream. It did work, but for some reason it didn't work right before stream. That's how it goes, right? So I got to figure some things out with that. But some cool features that are coming along with it. And then I also got what's called an ND filter. Basically, it's like sunglasses for the phone. So I should get a little bit better image quality there. Looking forward to that. Hope you're all having a good Sunday too, by the way. Chilling, unless you're on the other side of the world. Then whatever time it is, then don't have a good Sunday. No, I'm joking. Yeah, in the backpack I got a heavy rope and then just a beaded rope today. Knee's feeling good. My left knee is always a little bit agitated, but it's getting better every day. So I'm feeling good about it. Let's see. Oh, okay, I figured out another new feature with the gimbal. Yeah. Oh yeah, how's your rope? How's your rope, Sean? How's it been going with you? Did you try it out? For those of you who don't know, Sean just purchased a rope. He's gonna start jumping. Feeling good. I don't feel any soreness today, so that's interesting. So I was doing that slim fast diet, right, for a whole little time, but okay. I mean, that's how it is, man. He showed up. That's what matters. I was talking about the slim fast diet that we were doing, right? So I was doing the slim fast diet, but I still have all this product left over. So I'm just gonna keep doing it. I think, well, with the Atkins shakes, because I have 4 Atkins shakes, I think that just clearing it all out is gonna give me another week. So we'll do that. Oop, almost got ran over there. Almost got ran over. Okay, let's take a look. This is what we're up against. Oh, almost there. We're just going up to the hardest part. I swear. I tell people, like, when they come through this hill, like, I would hate to live here because it's like those hills from what was that show in the 90s with Uncle Jesse? How rude. What was that? Full House? Yeah. On Full House, they had like this huge incline, you know, in San Francisco, and it's like that. It is like that, yeah, tall. I was always thinking, like, oh, it's got to be difficult to live there during the wintertime. So Sean says, I assembled the jump rope, tried and quickly realized I don't know how to jump rope. That's how it goes. You just have to put in the reps, right? Like with anything. You just put on the reps, and you'll be good, brother. You'll be good. Okay. Let me see here. Here we go. We got auto. We got PVP. I'm trying to mess with my camera settings here. That's not what I should be doing. It's going around. Hey guys. It's got a mind of its own here. Let's see. See if I can get this to come back to me. There we go. Live streaming, buddy. Not giving up. Yeah, I would just say, Sean, if you feel like, oh, like it's so sore, it's cool to take a break, you know. But it's just that, right? A break. So like alternating every 2-3 days. I remember when I first started, like really taking the exercise serious, there's like days I need to take like a whole 3 days off. that's totally fine. That's completely fine. Okay, we have reached the hill. Let me show you what we're working with. Okay, let's see here. This is it right here. This thing. The grade is crazy steep. All right, we're going. I did a 20,000 steps video and I put this in there. So kind of just thinking about back to that video, my legs used to be burning. But after all that hard work and exercising, my legs still burn a lot. So it's not as bad, but it's rough. Going up this hill, ooh-wee. It's gotta be a nightmare coming down this thing. Whew. Cool place to live though. All right, let's see. How close are we to the top? Getting close. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Here, I'll turn around, show you guys what it looks like from up top. At the halfway point, which is where we're at. You can take a look at this grade, it's crazy. It's just so steep. It is so steep. So just a second ago, we were just down there. Oh, yeah, I'm breathing hard now. Okay. I'm breathing hard now, buddy. And it's a narrow road. It always freaked me out. All right, let's switch hands here. Yeah, Robin, it's super pretty up here. We're almost to the Capitol. It is a very rough walk. I got a new gimbal. It does all fancy tricks, Robin. And I couldn't get it to work right before stream. Of course. But the good news is it works. I found out some new tricks too, so I'm excited. We might try to get it to work on stream for a minute while I set up the new tripod, but no promises. No promises. I always try to go live. And push things, because this morning I was actually working on live stream thumbnails and getting my shorts out. So I try to put at least a short out a day. And I've been learning more about how YouTube works in that area, but it just takes up so much time. So really trying to maximize what I can do to make it more consistent. You like the hills? Oh, it must be nice. Oh, let's see, where were we? Yeah, down there. Oh, I can't wait to get up to the top. How you doing today, Robin? How are things going on your end? We climbing. This morning, I got up at like 6:45, and I just hurried up and put an hour in to the thumbnails, just because it's so busy. I need to shoot all my A-roll and do my voiceover for the Slim Fast diet, right? Because I'm writing the kind of like a few things like scripts and stuff. It's easy to document, but it's like you go back and journal, right? And then you gotta construct the story so it's better for, it's a better viewing experience. And so I can finish the script now that I've done day 7, which I actually did last night. Now we got to shoot it all. Well, not all of it, but we got to assemble it and shoot it. So really trying to squeeze out as much time as I can. Ooh-wee. This is the pinnacle. Sorry, this is it right here. Oh man, see how steep it is? We're moving. Okay, retouch, take that retouch off. Okay. So yeah, I like getting up early, but it's still a struggle, right? I still try to cram everything in right till the last minute, which is hard. So that's one thing I got to get better at. It's nice because stream is kind of like clocking into work. You don't want to be late, right? And I've been getting closer and closer and better, but if we punch in right on time, that'd be fantastic. Stop leaving Sean hanging. I feel so bad. Okay, we've made it to the Capitol. We've made it. I'll turn you around real quick. Here, give me just a minute to cross the street. You can take a look here. There's the Capitol right there. Can't sleep past 8 anymore. My body is stiff, Sean says. I can't sleep past 8 either. It's too hard. The body stiffness isn't such a, it's not such an issue for me actually, but definitely can't do it. Yesterday I actually went to bed at like 7 for like 3 hours and then woke up because I was so tired from the, what was it that we did? The 8-minute series actually. It made me super tired. So just went to bed. Not the jump roping or anything, but my back and my abs, they were sore. Robin says, I'm not a morning person, but I'm trying to be. Heck yes. Me either. I don't think that's true anymore. I think I am a morning person. But I didn't used to be. Hoo-wee. All right. Here, I'll flip it around so you can take a look at the Capitol. Ajing says, where are you? Where do I come from? I'm from Idaho, which is a state in Utah. No, that's not right. It's a state in the United States. But this is Utah. This is the area that I live in. This is the Salt Lake City Capitol. So we're checking out the Capitol today, doing some jump rope, all the things. Yes, sir. So that's where we're going today. Thanks for coming in the stream. How you doing today? Oh, it's far from you. You're in Indonesia? Well, welcome. Indonesia, I know, has been popping off right now. I think it was Indonesia, right? It's where they have the boat races that everyone's obsessed with right now, with the kids at the front of the boat. Is that right? Did I get that right? Well, welcome. It is 9:41 a.m. here in Salt Lake City, Utah. What time is it where you're at? Whew. All right, can't wait to set this down so I can catch my breath. Funny thing, so I have a drone. I don't use it very much. I wish I could, but there's like hardly ever any time to use it, right? It doesn't make sense in a lot of the videos, but when it does, it's sick. My son and I were practicing up here, up at this mountain, no, up at this tree, and we got us stuck. We spent like 8 hours getting it out of the tree. Finally got it, but man, was that a day. That was a couple months ago. 10 p.m., huh? Wow, you're up late. Oh, thanks for coming in the stream. I hope it's relaxing so we can show you a few things here. Drones are cool. Yeah, I have what's called the Mini 3 Pro, which is great. A little bit older model, but it still does all the things I needed to do, right? It's nice when you have someone else to help. But I still have fun with it. All right, I think we found a good spot. Let me show you. Yo, what's up, Happy Airplane? I think I've seen you here before. Welcome back. Welcome back. I look so tired, Hejing says. Yeah, because we climbed up a whole hill, dude. It is so steep. Let me show you. I'll turn it around, Hejing. I'm very tired. Once we get up to the top here, actually we gotta take these stairs. Oh, it's hard to walk and talk. Also, just out of shape. Stayed up till midnight last night. That's late. I stayed up till like 2. But remember, I got like 3 hours of sleep right before that. And then I just worked on a few things. I got a couple of thumbnails done. All I need to do, 5 more, which seems like a lot, but I have a lot of the assets all ready to go. And then just cut up the shorts, which are already halfway underway, so I'm excited, and then just, get back to the regular stuff. So, Beijing, just so you know where we came from, I'm gonna flip you around here. So this is Salt Lake. This is Salt Lake City. And we came down. Oh, you can't even see the bottom. But we came down from there. I'll zoom in a second here. Okay? But basically, all the way, sorry about the whip there, but all the way down there. You can't even see the ground, but it's far. There's the mall that we go to downtown. It's all over there. And like I said, come on here on a Sunday is awesome. There's no one here. I can just set up. I did a 1,000 calorie challenge here. I looked like an idiot. Now, I was doing the cordless rope, so I really, truly did look like an idiot. Also, I wasn't used to streaming, but it was kind of weird. I think now I wouldn't care, you know, if there's people here or not. Let me go ahead and set you up on the tripod. I'm actually gonna take this off. Oh, hello. Let's bring you back up. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, baby. Robin says, I stayed up till 2. That view though, yeah, let me turn you around so you can see the view. So that's why I chose it, right? Because it's a nice view. Crystal Light, I didn't bring it. I did bring some, I brought some energy drink with like taurine and caffeine and also a Sprite Zero. Why? Because I wanted it. Yeah, that's the only reason. Give me just a minute. We're just gonna pull out the old tripod. Now, one of the things I found out that I didn't do last time was you can actually set this up on a tripod. Like, and I don't have to take it off of the, little thing. What's the little thing that I'm talking about? The heckin' gimbal. I can leave it there. It's no problem. Yeah, it's a great view. Sean says, I'm drinking wild strawberry with caffeine. Heck yes, brother. Heck yes. I got this taurine stuff I got a while ago. It does not taste good. It doesn't taste bad, but it's not like, ooh, it's not Crystal Light. Crystal Light tastes better. But I bought it online because it was cheap, because I'm cheap. And now I pay for it, you know, in taste, because it tastes nasty. All right, I'm going to actually set this up like we did last time. Let me see if I can actually get this to work with the gimbal. I'm just going to power this thing down. It was violent. It's shaking. See if I can get it to work here. Give me just a moment. I don't think it's gonna. I think you gotta do that at the beginning of stream. Well, that's too bad. Next time. No problem. We still have it working. It's still working all right. You're drinking, yeah. Oh, I lost you there. Don't drop it. No, I won't drop it this time. Yesterday we dropped it and I was super pissed. So I got a replacement. All right. Appreciate y'all sticking with me here. So what we can do is one, turn this on. Keep it steady. Keep it steady. Keep it steady. Sean says, I love Crystal Light. My mom used to drink it all the time, and now I see why. Or maybe it's because I'm old. I think it's a little bit of both. You know, we're a little bit old, so we like it a little bit more. All right. Let me see here. Let's set this up. Set this up, baby. It always takes me a long time. I hope I get better with this during streams. You know what I mean? It always takes so long for me to set this up. You have an exam tomorrow. Well, I'm wishing you luck. Yeah, see ya, Ajing. You know, good luck on your exam. Thanks for popping in. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can set this up right. Set this here. Yes, brother. So when I fix this and I finally get it to work right, it will follow. So I don't have to worry as much about it. Because right now, you know, as you guys have seen on stream, I got to worry about the way it works all the time. I'm going to set this down for a minute. It's kind of heavy. And get my little screen out. There's just so many tech things, you know, you got to worry about during stream. So many of them. Let's see, where's my screen? I might have left it at home. Nope, I got it. All right, turn this bad boy on so I can see you guys. Turn that on. Connect. 1 second. Yes. Let's see. There we go. All right. Wanted to ask, Sean says, do you have to physically cut the jump rope down to size? Yes. Yes, I actually do. So if you could buy a jump rope, that's usually what I do. And now I have a gas stove. And so like because the actual rope is like nylon, I actually will take it over the gas stove and burn the tips. So I'll cut it and then burn the tips and it will melt. Because it's not, I don't think most of them are made out of like cotton or anything like that. So let me show you what I mean. Good question, Sean. Good question. So here's my new rope that I just got. And if we take a look right here, sorry, maybe it'll show up. It doesn't like, it's burned, right? Let me go ahead and turn you around so I can keep on talking to you guys and get a good view. And I'm gonna actually, let me see here. Set this down. Now we really don't want this to fall over. But I have two things on it. So that should keep it good. Dang. I wish that I kept the, got this hooked up. I just need to learn how to manage my time better. Bummer. What's a bummer, but oh well. Okay, let's see. Got this thing stuck here. Okay, yeah. Fiddle faddle. Okay, let me check chat here. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna see if we can take this out. Hopefully this doesn't lose power. Okay, we're good there. All right. Where's my little screen? Over here. 1 sec. Okay. So, happy airplane. What's the farthest you've ever walked? Oh gosh. Farthest I've ever walked? 20 miles maybe? I think 20 miles is the farthest I've ever gone. It's pretty far. Sean says, mine is still, so I can't cut it. Oh yeah, you can use pliers though. If you use pliers, you can cut it. That's the way. I forgot, you got the PVC, right? So if you use the pliers, no problem. I totally forgot about that. Sorry, Sean. Okay. Well, hey, how you doing? Let's see here. Let's see if I can get this situated. We got enough room? Y'all see? Yeah. So you're gonna flush, you're gonna use flush strips? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Use what you got, right? Use what you got. All right. Let's go ahead and get this done. Sir, you want me to take a photo for you? You want me to take a photo?
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Give me just a minute. Sorry guys, be 1 second. Okay, where do you want?
This way.
This way? Okay, give me just a moment. Give me a few more.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, there we go. That's a good one. What? 2 more.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, sorry about that, guys. I always try to offer to take pictures when people, are here and they have to take them themselves. It's just nice. I sometimes when I go by myself, I wish that would happen. So. Let me go ahead and read chat. Ooh, it is windy. It is windy. Oh, appreciate it, Sean. Yeah, it just, you know how it is. You're scared to cut too much, so I want to put both feet on the rope and have each end in your armpit. Yeah, yeah. So one of the things though, Sean, is like, I think, like you can even cut it on one end, right? And then it just kind of comes through, right? Because it's just one piece of rope. So if you cut it on one end, that's all you need to do. Just cut a little bit, then a little bit more. You know what I mean? So, something to think about. It's weird because we've been doing all those 80s things. I think I talked about this yesterday, but like, I don't need to really warm up as much because my mobility seems to have gone up so much more. So it's not really hard at all. How's the view? It's not bad. Not bad. I should probably set my watch to exercise. All right. And the walking workout, my goodness, that was quite a walk. Okay. View is great. View is good. All right, all right. No problem. Y'all, if you have questions, remember you can tell me. Got the screen over here so I can take a, so I can look. No problem. Now, I'm wondering, I might go live again right after this. So it will be kind of like a bonus stream just to see if I can get this thing working as we walk down. So just FYI, if you're here, like Sean, you see another notification go off, that's what it's gonna be. Because I was thinking about it going up here, like, well, let's just try to make it work, right? Oops. Whoops. Let's see here. Looks good, looks good. Ooh. Got that big chungus going on right here. Big chungus. View is good, view is good. Good, good, good. I'm gonna switch it over just a little bit, just so we can get a little bit of a change of view. All right, sounds good. Cool, cool. Let's see here. Here we go. There we go. All right, try again here. I'm gonna kind of do some warm-ups. So these are just side swings, right? I think I've told you guys about these, but there's a few ways you can do these. Like when you first start out, like Sean, I would recommend you do these when you start jumping rope as a way to warm up, but also it gets you the mobility in your spine from twisting, and your shoulders and your arms. It kind of builds up that strength. You can just kind of throw it, double swing. You'll just start to swing naturally after some time. You'll keep it a little bit tight on the rope. And you can do this with your PVC rope too if you want. The other one is with a little more technique, right? If I open it up, it looks more like a real jump rope. And that's just gonna help you with other moves. Like if you wanna go around the head, that helps a lot. Like that. Or even with things like step throughs. That's called the step through. Do a few of those. Step through. Oh, got sloppy. Got sloppy on it. Don't look. Step throughs are great because they get your hips moving. And you'd be surprised. Step throughs are actually like one that raises my heart a lot. So I was thinking, let me know, chat. Robin, Sean, whoever. I'm gonna add probably like another jump rope stream. I haven't yet, just because I want to jump rope. I want some more exercise. So it's like, oh man, it's almost like free if we go live. Sometime during the afternoon, like a afternoon. I was wondering what days would work good for you guys. You don't have to show up, of course. Never have to show up. Because you're the core audience, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm just going live here and then not tell you about it. You know what I mean? Let's see. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Looks good, looks good. Be here for it. Leftover beans and rice? Heck yeah. Yeah. I think they say rice doesn't bloat, you guys. I mean, I'm not, everyone's different, right? But beans for sure. The first time I had beans, bro, if I haven't had beans in a long time, I feel it. Some people say if you're like making your beans from scratch, if you put salt in it, it might like reduce the flatulence. I don't know how to say it better than that, but that might be a tip. Oh, you ate at 11 p.m. Now there's the real problem. There's a real problem. You'll have to work up to that. I can see myself smacking. Yeah. I mean, what I say, Sean, is like, you know, these ones are the best for that, but it doesn't even matter. If you have a beaded rope, you kind of just go like this. And, you know, side swing, one arm, two arm, and it just becomes a lot more natural. Oh, we got some tortoise coming now. Now, that's not a bad thing. That's just a thing, you know? There we go. So what I'm doing here with this move, drag and roll, warming up the shoulders and the back. So it gets, again, that sideways movement. You see that? And it's gonna burn a little bit when you first try it. That's good. That's good. These days, hardly ever feel anything with this. As far as like soreness, I mean, for mobility, it's great. It's great. I recommend it. I don't know how many jump ropers out of 5 recommend it, but I do. So, sorry, corny joke. Dad jokes. This is a Mayweather. It's gonna help get your, right here, get that stretched out. These are all active stretches. I guess I should explain what a static stretch is. So a static stretch is a stretch where you, you know, sit and hold. What we think about as stretches normally. And an active stretch is one where you go through a movement. So if I do something like, you know, like a lunge, that is actually like this. It's a movement, but it's also actively stretching, right? You can even say the same thing for a squat. We're going through a movement, right? And we're kind of warming up the hips as we do that. Maybe even the lower back, but going through that movement. I kind of want to do a few more of those. Starting to feel it in the left knee again. It's agitated. It's agitated today. Let's see here. Hey, how's it going, Raptor Sean? Welcome back. Robin says that looks cool. Do you mean the dragon roll? Oh yeah, no problem. Sean says he has his notifications on. Appreciate it. If you guys ever want to see all the stuff, you can put the notifications on, except for maybe shorts. Because I was pumping out so many shorts. Sometimes I pump out the shorts without notifications to subscribers. So if you see something go live, it's not you, it's me. Because I was pumping out so many. You had to work up to that. Robin says all of it. Nice. All the moves, huh? A lot of these are not that hard, actually. So if you go through like that, I mean, maybe I'm biased because I've been doing it for so long, but you don't have to go up that high, right? You can just start here. So just learn this, right? And we just build like this, right? Then we just go through. You can go slow. And then if you want to build on this, but like do something extra, then you just go like this. You know, there's another extra thing you can do. Other side. Very nice to learn, you know. And then if I want to go backwards, no problem. Same thing. RDL, another active stretch. Going through, I feel it on the lower back and the back of my knee when I do that. You just kind of lift up. You should probably stay straight. I don't do it all the time. I'm a bad stretcher. But then again, I've never seen this move. I quote unquote made it up, right? I mean, I'm sure plenty of people have done it, but I've never seen anyone use it or even do it online, which is kind of weird. But if you've seen someone do this move, please let me know. The other one I've never seen anyone do is like a skip over in a squat. Here, I'll show you real quick. I hope my knee doesn't regret this. So, you know, I like doing a lot of swings, right? But you can squat like this and then jump over it like a helicopter. I'll show you. There you go. So you go down and then go through like that. I've never seen anyone do that one either. It's kind of weird. You think you'd see a lot because jump roping's been done so much. Then I'll do it on the other side for you. Swing, swing. You didn't see that. Let's try again. Swing, swing. There we go. There we go. Now we're just going to go through. I'll show you a few other ones here. Of course, this is an overhead swing. You can do what's called a Texas turn where you do a 360. Same thing. You go overhead swing, Texas turn. Try on the other side. Man, I miss all these tricks. Overhead swing, Texas turn. Again, I don't do them so much because the freaking knee, man. Maybe I ruined my knee with all the jump rope. Probably not. Whew. Let me see. Sorry, I got to catch up on chat. How long have you been jump roping? I know you said before, I can't remember. About 3.5 years. The years are like there, but they're like taking breaks, right? Like, because I did jump rope for 30 days, nearly 30 days, I took like 1 or 2 days off, I think. That's when like my skill went up super big. Like I had a lot of these, but it's not so much like years as like, I go more by like hours or time spent, right? So daily, doing it daily, even if it's like 30 minutes, you're gonna go up higher because your retention's gonna be higher. Your brain works at night on that. So when I'm learning something and like really learning it, it's better to do daily practice. And there are studies on this as well. So, you know, I was doing YouTube shorts to learn video production, not just shorts. And it got really good, really fast. Unfortunately, I'm not doing it as much, but it got better. Same thing with streaming. So anything you do like that, if you do it daily, you're gonna learn really fast. Of course, I know not everyone has the same amount of time and stuff, so I get that. Raptor Sean, does the jumping rope help fat burning? Yes, it helps a ton. I'm gonna buy it and follow your schedule. I hope it's a fun way to exercise instead of focus workouts. Heck yes, Raptor Sean. Here's the thing. When you start out, you know it hurts, right? Anything new. So if it takes some time to get used to it, that's fine. I said before, when I jump rope, my shins, you know, just doing this, the muscles right here, ooh, they hurt. They hurt right here. And more recently, during the 30 days, down here. Nowadays, you know, even when I'm on stream, I'm not jumping as hard for 2 reasons. I want to talk to chat, right? I want to talk to you guys. Also, my knee's kind of jacked up. So I'm not trying to go all hard. I need to recover. And it's fine, you know, it's not like it's like a debilitating thing, but it's aggravated. So when I jump hard like that, I'm not giving it time to recover. It's been a couple weeks. It gets better every week. But when I do like hard jump rope sessions, no bueno. So take it slow. That's what I'm trying to say. Take it slow, and if you're like, oh, I need a couple days off, I mean, that's just how it is. It's more about coming back to it as often as you can. Now, if I go really hard, it's not my cardio that gives out. It's not my legs. It's my arms and my shoulders. Those are the things that give out, not the legs. Oh, we got a little yappy dog down there. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. But jump rope's good because, you know, look at all these different moves I can do with low impact. I don't have to always jump. Granted, some purists might be like, oh, that's cheating. That's not real jump rope. Who cares? Who cares? You want to get that exercise in. But Sean, it's good for cardio, especially if you're going like more than me. Also, my cardio's gotten a lot better. So when I do this, I mean, keep in mind that one, I've gotten really efficient at the move. The better you get, the less energy it takes. I've been doing it for a long time. So when you start jumping rope, you might jump up high like that. I can't even do it anymore. Jumping up high, really swinging your arms like this, which is fine. Sometimes you just gotta put the reps in. And over time, you get better, it comes in, and you bring that jump down. And that just happens over time as long as you're being diligent about it, right? As long as you're thinking about it. But even for me, that didn't happen until the 30-day challenge. Ooh-wee. You're trying to jump rope in your kitchen, Sean? Hey, yo, that's crazy. Don't put a hole in your floor. That's the only thing. Let me see. Robin says, Sean, that sounds like a terrible idea. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Please have home insurance. And just tell the, I'm not telling you anything. This is a joke. Not trying to have you commit fraud or anything. You know, just tell them, hey, something wild happened. Some crazy man came through here and put a hole in the wall or in the floor. Raptor Sean, yeah, we're all giving you flack. Your kitchen. Don't make the wife mad. Yeah. Yeah, Sean, the floor, it could cave in. I'm not speaking from experience, but I kind of am. I kind of am. So, all right, 15 minutes in, no problem. Let's get a new view, huh? Let's get a new view. Give me just a second here. Nothing too crazy, but I'm just gonna move you over. I can't wait till my filter comes in. So what the filter does is it cuts down on the light, so we get a clearer picture, which will be nice. So you'll be able to see the background a little better. It's a rental that you're moving at. Oh, it's a rental, Sean? Just beat the hell out of that house. Oh man, don't take me serious though. Please, don't blame me if something goes wrong. Let's see. The cool thing about this gimbal, the new one, look, 360, huh? 360. We can go all the way around now. How cool is that? How cool is that gut just hanging out there? Hell yeah. Okay, let's go. Yeah, that's a good view. Except for now I don't have anywhere to jump. Give me just a minute. I like to switch views just to give you guys some variety. To give myself some variety, honestly. So, let me see here. I think it's almost time for a water break. I don't have my screen. I did bring our little buddy here, the old school Diet Cherry Coke. Let's see. Sean says, no, I already have to repair deep scratches on the floor from my dresser. Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it, man. Houses, man. Can you imagine if, Sean says, can you imagine I smacked and broke the kitchen light? Man, my wife would be pissed. All I know, although I was only married briefly, very briefly when I was a young lad, don't piss off the wife. Don't piss off the partner if you can help it. Marriage advice from me. Divorced, single guy. Take it from me. Don't take it from me. Sean says, oh no, we already did that. All right, let's get to jumping, huh? Let's see if I can get better in a better light. Yo, we got some people running here. Heck yeah. Got some people being active. Again, once we're done jump roping, I'll end the stream, but not really. I mean, what I'm gonna do is shut the stream down, and then we're gonna set up the gimbal to work with this iPhone. So, what does that mean? I've kind of said a little bit about it, but let me talk a little bit more. So this new gimbal uses Apple's dock API. What that means is it can talk with the iPhone to give it tracking features natively. So even when I'm in the YouTube app, it will track me like the other camera that we have. That would have been cool for jump rope if I would have gotten it, because then I could have walked here and you guys could have followed me. Walked there, could have followed me. But you know, little by little, upgrading the stream, updating the videos, we're getting there. Any questions about Jumprope, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. These are just step outs, very easy. I need to stop saying that. I forget, like, most people aren't at the same level. You gotta get on my level, so to speak. Raptor says, I just remember you walk around the lake at Utah. That was a great video. We can go back. There's no reason why we can't go back to my old neighborhood, huh? That's where I used to live with the fancies. Back when I sold my soul. I sold my soul to live up at the fancies. I used to be one. Oh, I don't know if I should tell that story. Yeah, I guess so. I'll tell you. So, I mean, you know, I feel like my mom and dad are boomers. Like real boomers. And so, you know, if you have boomer parents, a lot of the time it's about money. And that was really ingrained in me for real. And because of that, you know, I'm kind of like, oh, I got to get as much money. I got to go up to the next company. I got to get as skilled as possible. I would sit at that computer and grind, learn about different programming techniques, different programming languages and technologies, about how to deliver product and stuff. So I get more money. And before I knew it, like, the only free time I had was to take care of my son. And I'm like, dang, I'm in my mid-30s, and all I got to show for it is this big-ass house and money. Now, is money important? Yes, but it's not everything. And I lived in a very prestigious neighborhood. It's an awesome neighborhood. Good for small families. It's wonderful. They have a park. They designed it so there's a park 5 minutes from any direction you're at, which would be sweet for Jumprope. But they had an HOA, and you know, the demographic was different. Young families or rich old people retiring, and didn't fit in too well. But it's not their fault, you know. That's just the way it is. I'm not holding a grudge. It just wasn't the place to be. For me, downtown is a lot better. Let's see here. Yeah, Sean, I was a software engineer. Yes, sir. Software engineer. The last job I was a principal software engineer. So what that means is I was the biggest, baddest. But what that really meant was just I had to go to a lot of meetings and spend like 60, 80 hours a week in a chair. It sucked. I don't recommend. I don't know if I could do it again. You know, I had a few coworkers be like, hey, you should come back. You know, I'm sure that they'd love to have you. I'm like, I don't know, man. I have to think about it. Try a few other things before I do that. Just because it was so hard. It was so hard. You know, sometimes I think about this YouTube schedule that I've set upon myself. The goal is to get 2 long videos out, like standard YouTube videos, go live every day, and do a short every day. And sometimes that's hard. I made it a little bit harder for a while. But it's definitely doable. And then I think back to like what I was doing, which was software, right? Ugh. That was just as hard. You got a lot of money, but these days it seems like everyone's like, oh, AI is going to replace you. AI is going to replace you. We need to replace the software engineers. We don't need any more. It's like, I don't know if I want to go back into that. Sorry to rant there. Just a little AI rant. Now, do I use AI? All day, every day. Sorry, guys. It's true. You'll never live in an HOA. Sean, here's the thing. I have mixed feelings about the HOA because this HOA was actually pretty good. We got access to a community center, access to 7 pools. They did all the yard work. They had security there. You know, they hire security with the HOA money. And you get Google Wi-Fi included. So was it a lot? Yeah, it was too much. Like, It started at like 250, and by the time I left, it was like 360 or something, which is ridiculous. Over 5 years, you know, it gets ridiculous. But at the very least, you got very high-speed internet, which was $72 a month, and you got the community center, which has a gym and pool and basketball courts. So it was like, you know, it was actually much better than other HOAs that I've seen in the past. Raptor Sean says, is it tough being a single parent? Yes, it is. I am asking because life is taking me that direction. I need to be ready for every situation. Okay, Raptor Sean, I'm going to tell you a few things straight, and like, I'm not telling you what to do, okay? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you how to act. I will tell you my experience, okay? So I was a single dad, and I was way not ready. Luckily, I had the support of my family. I mean, as much as they can, right? And they helped out a lot, but it's never the same as having a partner, right? That's never the same. And we got separated, and we were young though. Like I was like 19, 20. She's 21, 22. And she left, and that's, you know, that's what happens. But we weren't really ready for the gravity of what that means, right? So we were a few hours apart, but that made it hard on everyone. I would take him for a week because he was a little baby when this happened, and she would have him for 3 weeks. Take him for a week, 3 weeks. Then in the summer, I would take him for like a few months at a time. Boy, was that hard on my schedule, on anyone's schedule, right? Then when I got older and he got older, he lived with me full time just because I had the support, right? It was the best decision at the time. And graduated college, got my degree, wasn't worth it, had to go back and skill up in software engineering. One of the biggest things about being a single parent, if you're a primary parent and you're a dad, at that time, it's been, 15 years since, so I'm sure a few things have changed, but there's no understanding that like, you are a single parent. At the time, my friends that were single moms, there was at least some understanding that they had to do what they had to do, right? They were single parents. And so that was a huge thing for me, was people not understanding, like, I'm in charge. The school would call and be like, where's his mom? I need to talk to his mom. I'm like, I'm the one who put him up in school. I'm the one who did that. And they'd be like, well, typically the mom takes care of this. It's like, well, mom's not here. Mom lives in Utah. That pissed me off. And what I'm not saying is that she was there for him, but in that specific situation where you're taking care of, the school stuff. And even to this day, I took my kid to Instacare, but I think it's for a little bit of a different reason. I look young and he looks old. He's taller than me. So it doesn't look like he can be my son, but they were like, you need to talk to his mom. I'm like, I'm his dad. This is the insurance. And they're like, well, typically, I'm like, I don't care about typically. Like, this is the reality, is I'm dad, So I hope that gives you some insight on things to be prepared for. The other thing is it just takes so much time, right? Work sometimes gets in the way, and like, you have to go pick up kids. I remember one time in third grade, the front desk said, Mateo forgot this, can you go get it? I'm like, I'm at work, lady. We don't live off of hopes and dreams. I gotta get this money. So, just a few things I've noticed. Now, aside from all that, specifically being a single dad, being a single parent in general just takes a lot of time. You gotta be really smart with how you spend your time doing things like getting dinner ready and stuff. Pressure cooker is awesome. Recommend that. Slow cooker is also awesome, but usually if you buy a pressure cooker, you get 2 in 1, so you can use it for both. Buying cheaper cuts of meat. Learning how to cook at home. It's funny because like these days, because I took time off and I wanted to extend the time by doing YouTube and stuff, putting in a few months. So I've only been doing YouTube for like a month and a half. I want to do it like really hard like we're doing before I make a decision for another month and a half. So I've been eating cheaper, just like, trying to do a lot more time to it. So it's not a big deal. And I kind of been going back to some of those principles. Funny thing is I found Slim Fast on sale now. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am saving money and time by not eating all the time, and I'm losing weight. It's not the best idea, but it's not the worst, you know. I want to get in shape so I can like be the fitness influencer, you know. It's kind of sad that that's how that works. Sean says, my biggest regret is not going to college when I was younger. I had my son young too. I've always been work. Yeah, it's hard. I keep on trying to tell my son that too, but you know, the kids, they don't understand. But also, to be fair, like it's different. Like everything is just a little bit different, right? Sean says, I hate school and daycares. They call for everything, yes. Act like no one has a job except them. Yes, you're right, sir. Yes, 100% agree. All right, we're at 30 minutes. We'll go for another 5 minutes. You know, it's just been a nice little chill jump rope stream. EB twist. We're going to EB twist. Let me tell you about this move. It's called the EB twist. It gets you ready for the EB like jump or something, like EB swing. It's kind of complex. You put your backwards hand and you swing it around like this. You bring this hand over and you keep it open and you let the rope follow. So if I go through, I can't even do it like that. See how the hand goes back? This hand goes here. You want to keep the loop open, swing it through. So if I go here, ouch, swing it through. Now remember what I was saying, like when you do these swings, you keep this open, it's going to open up things for other moves. This is what I was talking about. Swing through, come through. Swing through, come through. Oops. Swing through, come through. Oh, it's a little bit windy. That's why I couldn't do it. We're going to go with that. Oh, it's a nice little jump rope sesh. Get a little bit warmed up. Ooh, popped my knee there. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Raptor Sean says, thanks for sharing your experience, buddy. It means a lot. You, of course, sir. You know, doing live streaming stuff, I've learned to open up just a little bit. Hopefully not too much, you know, but I'm tired of just caring too much about what people think. To be honest. That's why I like those 80s. Those 80 workouts are kind of lit. As the kids say, they're lit, fam. I like them a lot. And yes, they're good for exercise, but it's also like opening up like a portal of history, you know, and experiencing like a piece of history, which is kind of cool. Aside from the actual exercise. That's something I really like. And it's not just like you're watching something or something, you're experiencing it, right? You're going through the actual movements that they were telling you to do back in the 80s to get in shape. Speaking of which, I have another Jane Fonda one. I have a bunch of videos coming out if you check the live tab. And they look a little bit harder. So, and if you're coming in here, I'm starting them a little bit earlier, like 7:30. Jane Fonda is at 7:15, just because it's a longer stream. So I want to get ahead of the day by starting it just a little bit earlier. So, man, it's kind of cool doing this YouTube thing for real. It kind of freaks people out because like, oh my gosh, this guy threw away his life. Bro, I already did that. I'm just starting. Like, he's putting so much time into this. I don't think anyone's saying that, but that's how I would be feeling if I was like my closed-minded self from before. And you know, you get some weird looks from people that you actually know. Let me see here what we got here. Sean says, my oldest son just finished 7th grade, and the teacher would call my wife and I every day for every little thing. It was so frustrating. Yeah, that's bull. That's bull. All right, I'm gonna shut the jump rope off. Y'all, we're gonna quit this stream, but if you're like, oh, I wanna hang out, all I'm gonna do is stop it. I'm gonna try to hook up this this thing that I have, this gimbal, this new one that I bought, because yesterday we broke, by we, I mean me, no one else, broke the leg, and see if I can get it to connect so we can do auto tracking. I just need to get used to doing it. I was really pushing it today because I was trying to get some work done, and I'll be back. So all I'm doing is gonna shut this off, and if you wanna come back, feel free. If not, you know, I'll see you in the next one. See you in a bit. Bye.